Welcome to the Legion Outriders podcast, a member of the Radio Free Tattooing Network.
You must unlearn what you have learned.
Your source for the latest Legion news, opinion, and analysis.
You will never find the more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
John Archiquette.
Will somebody get this big walking carpet out of my way?
Matt Turner.
I'm not afraid.
And Joshua Gray.
You will be.
What's up, Outriders? John, Josh, and Matt coming at you from the hive of scum and villainy here at Power 9 Games, Las Vegas, Nevada. What's going on, gentlemen?
Why is it so late?
Well, it's because you have very finicky time constraints and have to record
Why are we
late at
doing
night.
this on a Wednesday?
Well, you just pulled back the curtains, and now we have to reveal exactly what's going on here.
That's the point.
Okay.
It's not live radio. Nobody cares. Matt, where are you going?
I'm going to Boise, Idaho.
What? Are you kidding me?
Potato
I
convention.
wish I was.
Are you going to see the blue turf?
Is that a
Sports
thing?
ball joke. Don't worry about it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, full disclosure,
buddy.
we're recording this on Wednesday night and then still releasing at normal time.
It's
so
Wednesday night. It's like 8 o'clock. It's
Yeah, we
late.
thought it was going to be
It's
4:30.
past my bedtime. I'm old. Why are you making me do this?
Put your shot collar back on. No, so we're going to do this a day early, so in case anything crazy dropped on Thursday, we're sorry for being old news.
I offered to remote in from my hotel room,
But I have plans tomorrow night. Sorry.
so you were going to ditch us anyways for a normal recording.
No.
So this is
No.
really your fault.
No, I made plans for later after our normal recording. But your
as you
remoting
always
in
do.
would have been later if you know what I know that you know.
Well, I would have been here either way because how
You
do
have
you
no
kill
life.
he who has no life?
Yeah. When will then be now?
Soon.
But that's cool because we got a lot of stuff to talk about
lot
from
of
yesterday, and while it's fresh in our mind,
You know what's going to happen?
What's up?
They're going to drop the Krennic article tomorrow on Thursday. Somebody at FFG is like, hey, you know those
Speaking of-
Outriders? They're always saying that we always post after they record. Let's do it Thursday morning because they record on Thursday night.
You have a pretty high opinion
I
of
know.
ourselves right now, man.
Of course I do.
That's,
The world revolves around
ridiculously, Yeah.
Now we got enough stuff to talk about though. We
Yeah,
had
yeah.
the
I do wanna look up-
FFG live stream yesterday.
Which was neat.
It was cool. I didn't get to
I
watch
like that
all
they
of
did
it
that,
because I was working.
How do you
and,
spell Krennic?
Krennic.
I did spell it right. What the hell's going on?
did
Oh, no,
you-
there it is.
did you
Okay.
Post in the form of a question.
No, that must. Oh, I'm sad now. Fight, Alex, fight.
He's got it.
He's 78, man.
He's a tough French Canadian.
Dude, he's in
got
good
it.
shape for.
He is.
Yeah.
I was surprised to see he was 78.
Yeah.
But he's 78, man.
He's
I
been
mean,
doing it a long time.
It's time.
No,
He's going to do it after he's done.
he's never going to be done.
Here they're going to get Pat Sajak.
Are they going to do like the Tupac hologram? Just have him host it.
I'm
in
fine with that.
perpetuity?
Yes, in perpetuity.
Perpetuity.
I think
Perpetuity,
at
but-
this point he has said every word in the English language, so they can just kind of piece together a
And
Robo
he
Alex.
said them disapprovingly and
Yes.
disappointingly. Oh no.
Sorry.
Fun fact: he once mispronounced my last name, and I gave him crap because I'm like, I thought you were Quebecois. He laughed at me. He goes, "Fair enough."
So
Wait,
you've
why
hung
did
out
he
with
say
Alex
your name?
Trebek.
I was on the Jeopardy competition
Nice.
when I was back in the Air Force. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Long
did
story,
that.
but yeah, we had a good conversation 1-on-1. Funny guy,
Nice.
really down to earth dude.
After he messed it up, you should have just looked at him and said, "Say my name,"
In the form of a question.
in the form of a question.
Well, I was trying to get on his game show to win a lot of money, so I didn't want to piss him off.
Yeah. Yeah. Fair. But
All right. Anyways.
apparently there was a rumor going around that Krennic is delayed a little bit. There's some shipping issues.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
I looked online to see if there was any update on the release date on the Alliance, but nothing. It's still
Well, this is
we don't
coming
even
from the
we don't have a
Spanish
date
website,
in the
which is apparently
first
the
place.
site of
so-
all sites.
Oh,
Like,
did they have
yeah,
a date?
Yeah, they're like the Oracle. So apparently the Spanish site is saying it's delayed.
They get their news first, and Italy gets the models first.
Exactly, right?
But
So there you go.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So what are they saying?
There's your it's Q2.
hola.
What?
They were saying it's Q2
Oh.
for the delivery for Krennic,
Oh.
which kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Which is next month.
Okay.
Meh. But
So we don't have one for March. Damn.
Well, we don't know yet, so
Whoa.
we'll keep you informed when we find out. But I don't.
It is still early in the month.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I wouldn't freak out about it.
gin's still fresh.
Exactly.
The freshest of gin.
Enjoy your time with gin.
And juice.
All right, but yeah, a lot of great cards were revealed during the little live stream yesterday. So we're gonna take a cursory glance at the new
A
reveals.
sideways glance through squinted eyes.
Go ahead. We're still in the intro. Sorry.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't know we were still winding our way through the intro.
We are. Yeah, we're getting sidetracked.
Okay.
That's what happens when you have caffeine at 8 o'clock at night, Josh.
Oh.
But then, yeah, we'll also go through the Q&As because we got a lot of good
Our
questions.
Patreon Q&A. It's about time we finally delivered on some of what we said we were going to give people for giving us money to do this trash show. Thanks.
So we're gonna reveal all of our.
Do you have a high
darkest
opinion or a
secrets.
no opinion or a low opinion? Make up your mind. You're all over the place, man.
All that matters is he has an opinion.
Yeah.
Okay, it might be.
I've got opinions.
We know this.
We know.
Most people don't want them, but I got them.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, you have a medium through which to deliver that
Yes,
opinion.
I do. I have a microphone, and I'm not afraid to use it.
Can we turn him down? Just mic number, mic
drop
2.
it.
Yeah, just fade.
All we gotta do is
fade.
turn the shot collar back on.
Yeah.
All right, so
We'll get
before we
R2 in here to zap you in the butt.
before we get into all that stuff, Star Wars news. We got
magnet
anything,
butt?
Matt?
Yes. Oh.
Aw.
Huh?
Do we have any Star Wars news?
Not really.
No,
Nah.
not really.
Mark Hamill's all pissed.
Whatever.
Whatever. He got
Grain of
written
salt.
out. I'd be pissed too.
Eh.
Got
That
some
happens.
bad blue milk.
I still love you, Mark.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's get into the FFG Star Wars Legion news because we got a lot of stuff here. And we're
Can
on-
I talk about like the one thing
No.
that just really disappointed me about this entire thing?
I bet you
Is it
not-
life?
live
Is it
stream.
life? It's life, right?
It is life. It is
Okay.
life.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds.
The game of, not the cereal.
What grinds
yeah.
your gears, Josh?
What lifts my
Life?
repulsors?
Life? Can we?
Mute.
Yeah. Okay. Mute.
During the stream, Alex and Luke were sitting there and they're talking about the new models. They were talking about the X-34, the terrestrial slipper.
Yeah.
And they were talking about all the modeling options you have for the guys riding on the back.
God.
Yeah.
And he was talking about, and one of them made the joke. It's like, man, how do they stay on there? And I'm waiting for it, right? I'm waiting for it. And I'm like,
Come on,
and they're
say
like,
it.
well, I guess those and they're like, I guess those repulsors are just really steady. And I'm like, no, he has a magnet in his butt.
Everybody
It's
knows
his
this.
name. Splemo magnet butt. He has a magnet in his butt.
So on
on.
a live stream from a company who's fairly large in the gaming industry, who's
I know,
paying good money for an IP from
I know.
Disney, and you're shocked that they didn't use Splemo Magnet Butt.
Well, when you put it like that,
Maybe there's like a sideways reference. It's like, I don't know, maybe he's got something there to help him secure it. And
again,
he's
you assume
like,
that they listen to us at all,
I-
which there has never been any evidence to that.
None, but
So-
I can leave me to my delusions of grandeur, okay?
Unless you're like emailing them memes from our show or something.
I'm sure they listen.
No, I'm sure they
You
don't.
think they don't?
Hey guys, you don't
Luke
have
or
to.
Alex, if you're listening to this,
Oh,
let us know.
No, they're not.
Please. I
I do want to give them props
I
because
want a little bit of validation.
they did a great job of actually
That was good.
keeping an engaging like narration or narrative while they were doing the game, because having done that on stream, it's not easy.
No.
Especially when you're sitting there trying to focus on the game. And
Well,
you're
they
like,
did have plenty of
I should
breaks to
probably
discuss it.
talk. What do you mean?
Because the stream kept dropping.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So
did
they
it?
had occasional breaks.
I know
to
that
talk about.
feels.
So I wasn't
Yeah, I know, right?
Streaming Legion while dropping on the internet.
Yeah, I
Holy
know.
crap!
No, I've been there too in other forums. It's
Yeah.
not fun.
Well, I watched the cast
the
on Twitch
replay,
afterwards. Yeah, so they cut all that out.
And I felt bad for them because it sounds like for at least part of the stream that there was a kitchen in full swing for meal prep going on in the background,
really?
just clattering and just
Oh, I thought that was just like the cantina in the background.
yeah, who knows, maybe.
No, but they did a nice job with that, and
Yeah,
Yeah, I was really impressed by how slickly produced it was.
Yeah.
They had like
They do
a
a good job.
graphical front end and like, wow, they got somebody there that at least knows their TV stuff.
spent a minute.
Yeah, I know, it was good.
so I would be a little bit happier if they had played on an actual table.
Yeah.
600 points on a 3x3.
That got tight real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think some of the models were,
That tank.
the
That
tank.
is-
I mean, when you've got it on a
Absolute
table that
unit.
size, though.
Yeah, it is an absolute unit.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and we know from the game that we played with, an ATST on a 3x3. It's
Yeah.
just, it's not cool.
Yeah,
Like you just
it gets there quick.
It's totally cool.
It doesn't need to get anywhere. It
Anyway,
just
let's talk
stands
about the
there
good
and
stuff.
shoots.
Okay.
But yeah, so we got a lot of reveals. And
Did we ever?
man, it beats having a preview article, Like, if
I
had a choice
like
between a
this. If
preview
they want
article
to do
and
this
like
in
this,
lieu
yeah.
or to supplement the preview articles, I am all about this.
I would prefer they not do it in the loo, even if it did sound like it was the bathroom.
I'm sorry. What country are you from?
All right, so let's start going through the upgrade cards that were revealed here. So right off the bat, we knew about the Death Troopers. We knew that they were going to have a unique heavy weapon option because we could see the little diamond, the little dot.
Oh, it's cool.
Well, we got DTF-16 is the dude's name.
F-14.
F-16, F-16.
Oh, it is 16.
He is a 22-point upgrade. It is a 22.
She.
Is it a she?
Yes.
Okay.
From
Sorry,
Rebels.
I didn't ask
You
its
didn't see it.
gender. But
You assumed it's gender.
I did. You're right.
Yeah, look at you.
It is a 22-point Death Trooper with
Also
one
is a
black
Flying
and
Falcon.
one
Yes.
black, one white dice, range 1 to 3, and it has Compel, which of course, as Krennic has too. It's give another friendly unit at range 1 to 2. After it rallies, it is if it is suppressed but not panicked, it may gain 1 suppression token to perform a free action, free move action.
Yeah.
So it's
Compel's okay.
yeah.
Um,
That's good. I mean, and then it
I'm
also
sorry,
has
I was
leader.
reading the comments on this card, and somebody pointed out that her unit designation starts with DTF. So
the DTF-16.
wow.
I was face palming so hard.
Oh, God.
It should be at least 18. Come on, we're not R. Kelly.
Topical. pop
Abandoned
culture
show.
jokes.
Abandoned show. Anyways, continuing.
All right, so we saw that card revealed, and then
Now, it doesn't have. Does it have sidearm ranged on there?
1 to 3.
But does it list like on the electro staff? It says sidearm melee. So when you're in melee, you have to use the electro staff.
I don't see anything
Okay,
that says sidearm.
so you can use the flippable card on DTF-16. Then.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
that's how I would interpret it.
Good, because if I'm rolling 1 red die, I wouldn't want to give up. I don't know if I'd want to give up 1 red die for 1 black, 1 white,
No,
depending on what config of that card I'm using.
It's also
Or
your leader, too, so
not
that's kinda
being
cool.
able to shoot at range 4 with the other side of the flip card. But I'm getting ahead of myself.
Very true. So yeah, leader,
I mean,
1
it's not
black,
bad.
1 white, and Compel. Yeah, I mean at 22 points.
And at 22 points,
it's
what,
not that much higher than the actual model itself.
Right, yeah, because, I mean, it's 76 points for 4. I'm terrible at math, but that's...
If it's 76 points for 4, that is man.
I mean,
Wow.
it's
18
less than
points each?
20 yeah, so you're only paying
Just
4
over
points
18
more.
Yeah, so that's not bad.
Yeah. Compel is meh. Meh.
Not bad.
Yeah.
All right, so
We'll come back in a year's time and see if that is the
Sure.
truth. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, right.
Also, it's 19 points each, not 18 points.
Okay.
So, yeah, mental math.
Thank you,
Yay.
Mr. Chips.
We also saw the flippable card. Like you're saying,
Which is good.
the upgrade, which is
Man, that's
really good.
I mean, for 8 points, too?
Yeah,
Really good.
8 points, and both sides are great. So range 1 to
so
4, 1 black dice for the suppressive attack, and it's exhaustive. You have to exhaust it, so that is a little bit of a drawback. But I mean,
This is
for
the
doing
focused fire config for the E11D?
yeah, the focus
Okay.
fire, and then the other upgrade for it is the grenade launcher, and that baby. Range 1 to 2, 1 red die, and blast.
To add
F you,
blast
Jin.
to an attack pool
Right.
is fantastic.
F you and your duck and cover. Goodbye.
So, and honestly, sometimes it might be better, and they did this on the show. You maybe just want to throw 1 just to get that blast, because if you're at range
Sure.
where you can use the 2 white dice, I mean, you got a higher ceiling.
If you've got an aim token with precise 2
Yep.
and you're re-rolling 4, yeah, that's not bad.
And you surge to hit. So
Going back to the long range config, is anybody not going to run 2 units of Death Troopers?
well, I mean, if you're an Imperial player,
Right,
yeah,
probably not, right?
I
2
mean-
units of Death Troopers, shoot that at any hero just about, and you've got a good chance of panicking them really early in the game.
If
Wow.
you're talking
If-
about,
yeah,
if
'cause-
you both fire the focus fire, thing,
Right, yeah, because you're putting 4 suppression onto a unit
Sure.
through 2 units activations at range 4. Oof.
Well, I mean, as
I mean-
somebody who's having a lot of fun with Jin and the Pathfinders recently, I would say, please do.
Yeah, until you hit, okay, fine. You take your duck and you play your card. You put, you do duck and cover. You just took like 7 suppression.
It'd be 5, but yeah, I mean, it's still a lot.
But her suppression's what?
3. She has a 3, leadership of 3, so
Yeah.
it takes 7 to panic her.
Okay, so I mean, but still, you're
It
you're
does
piling it
grow a
on.
wrinkle.
You're piling it on
for
real
sure.
quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be. That's, I think, one of the sneaky things about this unit is that you have the ability to panic heroes, especially Veers, Veers, Han, Leia, all those units that have a courage of
2.
2.
Yeah.
What about my boy Gideon?
Bye.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely generic officers or anything like that. Bye bye.
Yeah, and the fact that you can throw DLTs at it too, and the rest
Sure.
of your army.
Exactly.
Sure.
I mean, if you can focus fire something early, if you go hanging a hero unit out there early, see ya.
And the Death Troopers, honestly, with all this stuff, they look like the most versatile unit that we've seen yet.
Man, I'm so excited to play these guys.
So they're one of the first units that really make me like, you know what? I could probably just throw a few units out there and
Right.
maybe pick up a Krennic and just to
Yeah.
see how it feels.
I'm just scared of Pierce for them.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm actively afraid of them for Pierce.
but I mean, what's got Pierce at that range? Snipers.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody else does. Not at range 4.
Well,
Not range 4,
Well,
no.
there's this little thing called the airspeeder.
We'll get there. Shh. But yeah, I mean, what's got long range Pierce? If we're talking about hanging them out
3
early,
units of snipers.
Okay, fine. 3 units of snipers. Okay. I mean,
It-
I will
there's
just
not
say
a
to you,
lot.
I actually might want to take like a little unit of Royal Guards just to keep them safe.
Sure. Well, I mean, your opponent gets to choose. Well, I guess if you're doing 2 hits with the thing and you just soak them both
Yeah.
off to the Royal
Or
Guard.
throw a stormtrooper unit with a medical droid behind it.
Something.
That-
Sure.
maybe, yeah.
But I mean,
They're real versatile and they're real good.
I
yeah.
will trade you a commander for losing 3 guys out of a Death Trooper squad to snipers in a round any day.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, and they're still good in close combat.
Oh, yeah.
They're good at all ranges. Like
They're good at everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Have you figured out what part of them you're going to paint purple?
yes.
Okay.
And I know how I'm going to
Shoulder pads?
Yeah, shoulder pads.
And some gray greaves?
No.
No?
No. I don't know how I'm going to do that yet. I don't know how I'm working gray in, but I'll figure it out.
But we got a lot of people I know excited for these guys coming
Yeah.
out.
I did up a test paint of a stormtrooper with how I'm going to paint Death Troopers, and John's seen it. It's going to be nice.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. We'll talk about that in a
Yeah,
future Hobby Time segment, so we can address that.
Yeah.
Nice shutdown. We don't have a hobby time segment.
Well, I mean, we do
sorry.
sometimes.
I am the Lord.
All right, so another unit that we've had previewed but haven't really seen any of the upgrades for was the land speeder, or the terrestrial slipper, if you will.
I won't.
He's
And-
got a magnet
Oh, okay.
in his butt.
Please don't beleaguer the point.
Also, yes.
Yes, Splemo Magnet Butt and his entourage.
I sit with Splemo.
Splemo, take the wheel.
Well, Splemo is a A300 rifle gunner.
And
for
very
the,
disappointing. I mean, it's good for the points.
Yeah.
But I was hoping for a little bit more than just 2 white dice. I mean,
But I think it's a matter of the sum of all
That's
its
not
parts.
Splemo.
yeah, it is.
No, it's the Twi'lek.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. I'm looking at the card right now.
No, the
A300
Twi'lek has
rifle
the
gunner?
rocket, but if you look at the model, the Twi'lek has the rocket launcher.
Yeah.
Weird.
So we've got 3 weapons that can
Oh,
be
yeah,
fired.
there's
The
both,
Arsenal
yeah.
3 on the actual land speeder. So we finally see what the upgrades are. They're not cheap.
No, they're not cheap.
But they're
That rocket
They
launcher
pack a
is
punch.
good, though. Compared to what you're looking at for heavy weapons that do impact, a good amount of impact, they're all exhaustible right now. HH-12s,
Yeah.
The MPL ion gun, the crap garbage, whatever it is on the snow troopers.
yeah, but
They're not exhaustible. There's no cumbersome on here.
the ATRT laser rifle, though, this is one I saw a comparison for, and it brings up a good point.
Oh,
so
that's a good point.
the
yeah.
rocket gunner here for the rebels. Before we get too far out of the detail of this here, it's range 2 to 4, 1 red, 1 black, 1 white, impact 2, and 36 points. It is not exhaustible, so
Right.
you can fire it every turn.
Yep.
And that, I mean, that's
Huge.
good.
How are you how is that not exhaustible? How are you reloading
Yeah, exactly.
on the back?
Well, you're not having to run around, so you can
That's
just
true.
sit around.
Or
and
Spleemo uses, his one hand to load the rocket for her while shooting with the other.
shooting
That's why-
sideways with his rifle.
Right.
Kill shot.
Kill shot.
So, all right. So it does look like a really good weapon. It's 36 points. The comparison a lot of people were making was with the laser cannon on the ATRT,
Yep.
which is not exhaustible. Is 2 red, 1 black. Impact 3
Is it? Man, it's been so
And-
long since I used that.
and 34 points.
So what's the point difference?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's not impact 3. I think it's impact 1. Double check
it's-
on that real quick.
no.
Is it impact 3?
No.
Let me give me a
I
second.
want
I'll
to say
take
it's
a look.
impact 2.
Okay.
I think. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's been a while
I
since
don't
I've used
play
that one
Rebels,
too.
so I don't
Yeah.
know. So don't at me.
Okay, so
Well, we're gonna correct it right
Yeah, I
now.
know.
well, we'll figure it out because I haven't played that one in a while either. But it's
So
cheaper.
what's the difference?
The difference, I think, number one is that's front arc fire only.
There it is. There's your
And
difference.
it's also not in combination with a bunch
that's
of
fair.
other things that have, the range 3 movement and arsenal 3.
Range 2 to 4, 1 red, 2 black, impact 3.
Impact.
There you go, impact
Okay.
3, 1 red, 2 black. So better dice, better impact, cheaper price.
Papa John's.
Front arc fire only.
Right.
But your advantage, and I think this is where the points cost comes in, is instead of having to point at you,
Mm-hmm.
right? You basically set down a range 2 to 4 donut around this thing, and you can threaten anything in there.
Sure.
I think that's huge.
It's
You
also
don't
a
have
faster
to be pointed at it, right?
platform,
It's
so-
supposed to be, an ATRT is supposed to be up in your grill. This thing it's mobile, it's a skirmisher, but you don't have to sit there and point it, which is important because it's a repulsor vehicle.
Yeah.
As we've seen with T-47s, you don't want to stick it in there, right? You don't want to stick it in there in an early round. When you have a compulsory move, you've got to go where you're pointed.
Sure.
So being able to threaten off bore sight, off axis, is huge.
Just
It is-
shooting by open alleyways
Exactly.
and just
It
like,
is
Down
good,
the
but-
open alleyway,
Yeah.
you take a compulsory move, chunk a rocket down an alleyway, and then off you go.
continue on your merry way.
But a lot of
Yeah.
times, if I'm running a ATRT with laser cannon, I'm not running it as a run up the board skirmisher. I'm running it as a range 4
No,
sit back and
I
put
understand.
fire on target.
And that's fair. But, if you think of the vulnerabilities of all of the other repulsor vehicles,
Sure.
you've got to point it at what you're shooting at, which is going to, because of the compulsory move, is going to get you closer to what can shoot you back.
Yeah.
That's not where you want to be. So to have that donut, I think is worth the points.
It's good.
A
Whether
donut
it's
of destruction.
this thing's gonna get expensive fast.
Donuts.
I mean, you got that's 36 points. Spleemo Magniput with his 2 white dice, range 1 to 3, is an additional 9-point upgrade.
I mean, do you take him? Of course you do. But
He's Spleemo Magniput.
Yeah,
Why
I
would you
mean,
not
clearly.
take him? But
Yeah, and then you're putting a pilot on there probably, and then you're putting, you've got the fixed front arc gun for the pilot that you can add on there. Yeah, it gets expensive quick. Aside from a Weiss ATST, what other unit in this game do you tool all the way up though?
well,
Like a nut,
we haven't
Vader,
seen. Yeah,
maybe, Palp, maybe. I
But-
mean, not many.
the pilot upgrade that we saw announced is awesome, and it's not only just awesome for the terrestrial slipper, but our
It
good
makes-
old friend the T-47.
Right?
I wish they kind of had modeled a Wookiee in there, crammed into an X-34, just, hair just flapping out, just Spleemo behind him, just spitting hair out as it gets.
How does he fit in a T-47? I mean,
Hmm.
if you think about Empire, when they were all getting in the T-47s, those things are tiny.
He
does
wears
a
it
Wookiee
like
fit in
a hang glider.
He's a
You
very
know, he just
small
straps it
Wookiee.
on his
It's
back.
like the TARDIS, bigger on the inside.
So yeah, Outer Rim Speeder Jockey is what the actual term for this Wookiee. He's 10 points, and he adds you gain cover 1 to any repulsor vehicle he's put in, which basically is the Airspeeder and the Terrestrial Slipper.
Which basically makes them immune to DLTs.
Short of fishing for crits, yep.
Yep.
Exactly.
So range 4,
Yay.
DLT. Yeah. Cover 2, see ya.
Because let's be real, that's what
Yeah.
was bringing down the airspeeder.
Yeah,
Like, that was
DLT play.
DLT spam. Yeah.
Yep.
So now essentially you're either fishing for crits or you're putting a lot of dice on target with impact.
Remember, I think it was like 3 or 4 months ago, we were talking about something, and there was some speculation, and somebody said, talking to one of the developers said, yeah, there's some stuff coming that's going to make HH12s relevant. There it is.
Yeah.
There you go. That's what makes HH12s relevant again.
So yeah, that's
We'll see.
that was something we failed to mention last week on our How to Make T-47s Great Again podcast.
Yeah, if only we'd have known.
Right.
Yeah. Retconned. We talked about it.
Right. So
What else we got?
So that's what we got for the land speeder. We also saw the debut of the tank, the Occupier tank, and that thing's a beast with
The TX225 Gav Occupier
It's the Occupier.
Combat
Yeah.
Assault
G-dub.
Tank. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
can't say that.
brutal
yeah,
with that short board they were playing on.
Yeah.
But it looks like a great model anyway. Loading it with the snow troopers like they did in the
snowblower.
cast, great call. I mean that seems like the unit that's going to be most used in that, right?
Yep.
You get those flamethrowers
Yep.
in there, deliver them right in your enemy's face.
Man, that pilot is going to be so good, too.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So the Imperial Hammer's Elite Armor Pilot, 10 points, just like the Wookiee, and
Surge to
he
crit.
gives surge
Or
to hit. Yeah.
But still, a surge on...
Is
The
he named?
ATST?
Is he a
No,
named
he's not
guy?
named.
No. Well, unless his name is Imperial Hammers.
No, Imperial Hammers is the armor unit.
The hammer is
So-
not the fist.
Okay. I don't understand that reference.
Oh, good. I can't continue this reference, so
Yeah.
we'll stop there.
Okay. Well, yeah.
I think DTF-16 knows all about it.
Yeah. Captain Hammer.
So yeah, he's a generic dude apparently, but yeah,
Yeah.
10 points adds surge to hit, which for the ATS,
It's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
And we're looking at the other pilot and going, man, move and aim. That's going to be great on an ATSD. This is better. You
Yeah.
know, statistically, adding a 13% chance, I think it is, to hit on
That is
everything you
fantastic.
throw.
I don't know how many times I throw surges
Sure.
and just die a little bit.
Right? Yeah.
If we could get him to pilot Vader, that would be so fantastic. Just like bonking him on the head. No, go that way.
Just rides around on his back.
Vader wears him like a backpack,
Where have I seen this before?
right?
Someone with more modeling skills, please make that.
Clearly, that was a Jedi training technique back when he was a young Anakin.
Right.
Yoda would ride the younglings around the temple.
Jeez.
And of course, probably the two most anticipated units that were being shown on the cast
Agent
were
Callus.
No.
Oh.
Bosk and Sabine. And they were basically debuted in their full glory. We got to see all of their upgrades, all of their command cards, and we still have some questions yet. There's a few things that we don't really know 100% for sure what they're going to do, like Sabine's graffiti
No,
thing.
we know.
We do?
Yeah, they talked about it later in the stream. You didn't get
Oh,
there.
I missed that part. Okay.
It is some jump the shark BS.
Oh, really?
I think it's kind of lame.
All right, we'll get to that in a second.
I think it kind of happened in the Rebels show, is what you're talking about. Yeah.
All right, so first of all, with Sabine, we know that she does have a personal combat shield.
Yep.
You know, we all speculated on that.
Yep.
So the rule is you gain shielded 1,
Yep.
which means you have 1 shield token, and
Yep.
recharge 1. When
Yep.
you recover, flip 1 inactive shield token.
Yep.
That's 10 points.
It's cool.
Yeah.
And basically, the way the mechanic works is you get 3 hits on Sabine, and you got the shield token face up. You flip it face down. Now you've got 2 hits.
Yeah. So it's just like
And that's
basically
it. Yeah,
automatically roll
it's,
block.
It's an automatic block. So if you're an old X-wing player, it's an evade token. Basically, you just cancel a hit.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And it
Can
works
you
on
cancel
crits
a
then,
crit?
too.
I don't know.
I would
didn't-
assume it would.
Yeah,
But
maybe.
I mean, that would
Yeah.
basically is the only thing that would make it better than dodge then.
Sure. Yeah.
So it's just a dodge token. But no, that's definitely a cool ability, and she was extremely survivable already anyway. Which
Yeah, and just got a little bit more. Yeah.
Exactly. So she's got that. We already saw the Darksaber.
Yep.
5 black dice in close combat, immune to Pierce, Impact 1, Pierce 1, and Dauntless. Not too shabby.
Nope.
seems okay.
Yeah, a little expensive, 25 points, but
Sure.
for what you're getting, well worth it, I think.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we have her command cards.
Explosions!
So
I want to go like Borderlands style and like turn that into a question mark. I'm going to scream it like it's a question. Explosions?
all right, so that is her 1 pip card. During the
Torg.
round this card is played, Sabine Wren gains Arm 2 Thermal Charge, and it's an exhaustible
And it's
skill.
one action. So
Yep.
you're taking one action and you're chucking 2 bombs.
Okay, yep.
Yep.
After she performs this action, she may perform a Speed 1 move.
To GTFO.
Yeah. Until the end of the game, Sabine Wren's gain Detonate 2 Thermal Charge. Do not discard this card from play. So
So that means,
basically,
she keeps it.
yeah, for the rest of the
the
game,
rest of
she
the
has the
game.
ability to
Yeah.
blow this stuff up.
Yeah.
And
And what's the dice on
And the
there?
dice are 1 red, 1 white, and Surge to Crit with Blast,
It's pretty good.
which is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Bosk's is better.
Okay.
Personally,
We'll get to that in a little bit.
Is this
Yeah.
a Kobe or a Yeet kind of bomb, do you think?
Ooh. I think this is probably a Kobe.
Yeah, with the red.
Yeah, with the red. I think it's Kobe.
Shades of Yeet with the white.
I would guess the Yeet would be more of Bosk's.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
You go Yeet.
What in the hell are you two talking about?
You never yeeted anything before?
I ate things. I eat all the time as my ever expanding body.
Ask your
seems to-
kids.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right, so Sabine's 2 pip card is her graffiti card.
So dumb.
All right, well I'm gonna have
I
you
haven't seen
explain.
it yet.
So-
Symbol of the Rebellion?
So
Yeah.
dumb.
Okay, there it is.
So, Symbol of the Rebellion, it is her 2 pip card. Again, only gives her can take an order token. Her other card, the 1 pip card, is just for her as well.
Just for her.
This card says, when Sabine Wren activates, she recovers. During Sabine Wren's activation, you may place 1 graffiti token at range 1 and in line of sight of her, touching a piece of terrain or area terrain.
Cool.
Oh, sorry, non-area terrain.
Non-area
Yeah, I'm
terrain.
trying to
okay.
read the badly pixelated thing here. So any piece of non-area terrain. Why is this stupid?
What's
So-
a graffiti token?
What's that?
What's a graffiti token?
It's the Starbird. That little logo.
Yeah,
the-
but what does it
the
do?
Spectre.
But I mean, what does it do?
So what the token does
Okay.
is, and I think it's range 1 to 2. It might be 1 to 3. But
Is that in here?
yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
any unit, any friendly unit, when they rally, if they can see if they're in line of sight to the token, they roll an extra die when they rally.
Per suppression?
No, total.
Oh.
So if you've got 3 suppression, you roll 4 dice, right?
Okay.
Opposing units roll 1 less. Like they're scared of the graffiti.
If it's within line of sight of this piece of terrain.
So dumb. I'm sorry. I get it. Like
Come on, it's rebels dunking in your face, man.
yeah, but like, it's just, it's a silly mechanic.
want credit, mark
It's
it.
just, I don't know, man. Do we need that in the game? Like,
Yes.
is that what we need?
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah. Come on. Psychological
it's
warfare,
demoralizing.
man. Yeah.
Oh, I just
That's
got
exactly
done
what
scrubbing that piece
suppression
of terrain, and those rebels want to be
Like,
Banksy
come
going
on,
and
man.
sprays
We
my
just,
stuff.
We just imperialed that, and now it's got all this rebel junk on it.
Come on, you know when you're in the military how demoralizing it is if you just got done like police calling like a parking lot, and all of a sudden you see somebody broke a bunch of bottles in there, and you got to go clean it all up again. It's
combat
demoralizing.
proud.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's some people we have to.
We
have,
just painted these rocks.
We have to have people who get a combat proud reference. Please tell me we do.
It's like doing a FOD. It's like doing a FOD walk, and then you're getting done, and then
Mm-hmm.
you got the general coming to the base the next day, and then guess what? Somebody just like dropped a bunch of crap on the flight line.
FOD walk, not a FOD talk.
Yeah,
Ugh. Eyes down.
it's demoralizing.
Yeah.
So that's what it represents.
FOD walk's demoralizing.
I
Period.
like it.
But
I mean,
It's an interesting mechanic.
yeah.
ugh.
Okay.
Wow, Josh doesn't like something weird. Zap
Right.
it.
You guys.
And then of course her 3 pip card we had seen
We've
already.
seen already.
Yeah. So
Don't need to talk about it.
Okay.
Bosk.
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 Awesome.
So
I'm excited for Bosk.
Bosk is going to be
Bosk
so cool.
does look really cool.
Who's the Bosk?
So we'd seen his 3-pip card already,
no,
and that was
Oh.
his Laying in Wait.
Laying in Wait.
Gains 1 sharpshooter.
Sharpshooter 1 and aim
After
tokens. Every
activates-
activation.
one aim token from every
Surprise!
activation.
Here's
so-
my 8 aim tokens.
God. That's all Imperials need is more things that give aim tokens.
Only
traded
Imperials
for
are
some
this
synergy.
precise.
Right. All right.
You
so,
get one or the other. You don't get both.
Right. So so his 2-pip card, that one is new, and that's pretty cool. Reptilian Rampage, once again, only orders to himself. During Bosk's activation, he can perform up to 2 attack actions, and he may suffer 1 wound to perform a free move action. Pretty boss.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Wait,
that's-
say that last part again?
He can suffer 1 wound to perform a free move action.
Interesting.
So he can take a move, so pop out of cover, take 2 shots, and then take a wound and jump back into cover.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's
Especially
not
with
bad.
their Generate 3. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not bad. And again, you're shooting a suppressive weapon, so
I don't think you can move twice and shoot twice.
yeah, you can.
So it says during boss activation, he can perform up to 2 attack actions. Mm-hmm. So you don't get more active actions to do.
Gotcha. Okay.
You're only getting to do the 2 and then a free move
Okay.
action. So
Well,
you can move and
you
shoot
can
twice.
jump him out at the end of a round, play lying in wait, jump him out, spend your 8 aim tokens, play this for next round, and make him your first activation.
Absolutely.
Attack twice, take a wound, back into cover.
Yep. Now it's a 2-pip, so you're not guaranteed you're going to
Well,
go
yeah.
first.
During that
but-
activation, can he say, suck some Bosk, and then jump back in?
Maybe.
Okay,
Yes.
that's what it'll do.
And then his 3-pip card, I'm sorry, his 1-pip card is Merciless Munitions, and this is the one with the yeeting. This is the one where he'll be eating. Only one action, one order given for Bosk. During the round, this card is played. Bosk gains Arm 1 Dioxis Charge. After he performs his action, he may perform a Speed 1 move. Until the end of the game, Bosk gains Detonate 1 Dioxis Charge. After a trooper unit defends against an attack made by your Dioxis Charge, it gains 1 poison token. Do not discard this card from play. The Dioxis Charge is 1 red, 1 black, blast, surge to crit. So, of course, it has to be better.
Yes, and the Dioxis charge, the poison token kills a dude at the end of the round.
Every turn?
No, I think you remove the token afterwards.
Oh, okay.
I hope. I mean, because
So we may need some clarification on that, but
yeah, and I don't know if they talked about it on the stream. I didn't watch that far.
Yeah.
But even if you're just killing one dude, I mean, you figure a 5-man stormtrooper squad.
that's still good, yeah.
Red and a black, surge, so you're probably going to kill 2 dudes there, and third one at the end of the round.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
that's real strong.
Medbots, I think they did say, will take the charge off. We'll take the token off.
Oh, okay.
That's cute.
So-
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gives a little bit more reason to take medbots.
Yeah.
So yeah, we saw some good stuff.
What's the matter? Choking there, meat bag? Drill you full of antidotes.
Right?
So yeah, a lot of cool stuff revealed. What would you say is your favorite upgrade that we saw?
Oh, I think the All-Star is going to be the flip card for the Death Troopers. Just the utility in there.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
That was mine too, to be honest.
I kind of like the Outer Rim pilot, though.
That's going to be
But
that's probably
I love
runner-up.
vehicles, so
Yeah, we know you do, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's going to make, that's going to give both of them, cover 2. So
Yeah.
that's good. That's really good.
I think you got to be careful. Both units are already expensive, and putting more upgrades on there.
Okay.
Hey, man.
/ Imperial Hammers. How about that?
Okay.
What isn't good out of any of this?
No, I'm
No, it's all really good.
I'm,
so
I'm gushing about all this. I'm
we're
moist.
excited. We're excited that we got to see all this stuff debuted, and the way that they did it, like I said, was awesome. So kudos for FFG for putting that on, and
Yay! Thanks, guys.
feel
Round of applause.
free to do more of those in the future because we enjoyed it. All right, coming up, we're gonna take a quick break, and then after that, a little Q&A.
Q&A.
You're listening to the Legion Outriders podcast, a member of the Radio Free Tatooine Network, recorded on location at Power 9 Games. Whether you're looking for the latest releases from Legion, X-Wing, 40K, Magic, or any of our other extensive inventory of board and card games, head to power9games.com and use coupon code OUTRIDER10 to get 10% off your order. Plus, shipping is free on orders over $100. Now, back to the Outriders.
Welcome back, Outriders. All right, so we threw the invite out there to give us some Q&As, and thank you
For our
folks out there
Patreon
for
Quality
Patreon
Patreon
subscribers.
Yes, yeah.
Patreon
And
subscribers only. The
we
rest,
got-
the rest of you
Jeez.
plebs get nothing.
Wow,
Except the
jeez.
answers.
Yeah, we got some good questions. So thanks,
We
guys.
got enough to
for-
cover some segments. So thanks, guys.
Yeah.
All right, so the first question came from Sean Ola, and the first question right away was, which is the best entree in Las Vegas that you've had, and where can you get it?
Oh, that's a good question.
Best entree I've had in Vegas is from a pizzeria called Verrazano Pizza. It's a little hole-in-the-wall place in a strip mall. Great pizza. Run by a couple of crusty old dudes from New York. They've been open for like 15 years at least that I know. And it's so good.
Nice.
It's the perfect slice of New York-style pizza. It's great. And where can you get it? In Las Vegas. So...
Matt, do you have anything you want to submit on that one?
You do yours, and I'll come back. I'm trying to think. Real
Oh,
hard
there's
right
this
now.
really great authentic Scottish restaurant that I like to go to called McDonald's.
Shut up.
I don't know, man. Like, there's a really good pasty shop I went to for lunch today. It's probably,
that place
it's probably my
is
favorite
Cornish
place.
pasty.
Oh,
Cornish
is there
pasty
actually one in
company.
town?
Yeah, it's
Oh.
awesome.
McMullen's is good too.
Is it like a Greg's or something? Or?
No, it's like a Cornish pasty.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I don't know
I'll have to
what Greg
check
is.
that out.
It's like a hoity-toity.
Is it
Hot
on this
Pocket.
side of town? You said you went for lunch. I know
Yeah,
you live.
it's downtown, like just
Oh.
north side of downtown.
Yeah, it's like Charleston, and it's in the arts.
Yeah,
district.
we're gonna have to go
Yeah,
there sometime.
for sure. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Why did you only look at him when you said we?
Because he's the one that went there, not you.
He did. He went there too.
Oh,
I
you
worked with
did?
him.
Well, this is his story. Anyways.
Go, Matt.
So I think I would go with. They serve it at every freaking Gordon Ramsay restaurant in town, of which there's about a dozen. But the sticky toffee puddings. They wanted entrees. Too bad. I'm a sweet tooth kind of guy, so that is my
Dessert can be
favorite
an
thing.
entree.
Oh, yeah, exactly. We're adults and we can have whatever we want. But that is probably my favorite thing. It's been the closest to like the actual UK style when I had over there, and I really enjoy it.
Nice. All right, next question. What do we got?
What is the best Star Wars book you've read?
That's a
I'm gonna go old school in this one. Tales of the Mos Eisley Cantina.
That's a
Series
good
of
one.
short stories.
Hey,
Really
yeah.
enjoyed
Any
it.
of the Tales of were good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Bounty Hunters, New Republic, Empire. Those were all good.
Yeah. What you got?
Nothing by Karen Travis. Those were all not good books. The Rogue Squadron books.
Okay.
Those
You
are
know, it's hard to narrow. I celebrate Michael Stackpole's
entire
collection.
catalog. Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, the Wraith Squadron books were good too. But yeah, there you go.
All right. If you were to, oh,
Wait,
sorry.
wait, Matt,
I
Hey.
thought you said that was yours.
He
No,
never
no,
learned
no,
to
no.
read.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why I have audiobooks. But most recently would be the new Thrawn novel, Stackpole, right?
No,
Zon.
Zon.
Gosh, yeah, that was really good. Classically, I Jedi was one of my
Was
all-time
good too.
favorites. Yeah,
that was a Stackpole book.
yeah, that was one of my favorite, like one of those goosebump moments when it's like, I wish I could remember it off the top of my head, but to paraphrase, it's like anytime, a Jedi has to pull his lightsaber out for combat, should be done with like grief because you have absolutely failed at your mission of peace. So I was like, ooh, that's hardcore.
Plus, it got us some Mara Jade. Did it?
Did it? It was Corran Horn mostly, I
Yeah,
believe.
but wasn't Mara Jade in there?
She
somewhere?
might have been. It's been a
think
long
so,
time
yeah.
since I read it. but-
Stackpole or Zon?
Stackpole.
I go
Just
Zon.
because
I go
he's done a
Zon.
bunch of stuff.
I think
Stackpole's done BattleTech stuff too,
Oh, okay.
so
I read a lot of the
I read a
BattleTech
bunch of
stuff
the
too,
BattleTech,
yeah.
BattleTech books. So I just finished reading the Clan Invasion books again.
Oh,
so
nice.
Stackpole is like the front.
Did he do the Jade Falcon ones?
I don't know. I don't think
Oh,
so.
oh
All
okay.
right. If you were designing a re-release of a trooper unit, say an alternate stormtrooper unit with new sculpts, unit card upgrades, etc., what two would you include for the alternate heavy unit upgrade?
TL50 from because of course I'm going Empire here. TL50, which was it was a repeating blaster that's in the Battlefront 2 in the story mode. So it's one of the Inferno Squad weapons, which I think we've got a lot of heavy repeating guns in there. It'd make a great dual flip card because it has a heavy repeater mode, but then it also has a concussive blast mode. Basically, kind of an analog to what we're going to get with the Death Troopers. I think that would be really cool. The second weapon would be the Plex 2M, which is going way deep into the canon. It's a rocket launcher, but it would solve a lot of kind of the, I guess you would say, drawbacks for like the HH-12, because it comes with a clip of 6 rounds, so you don't have to sit there and reload it. But it also has kind of a repulsor lift built into it, a mini repulsor lift, to make it man-portable and easy. So, you could conceivably dump either the tapping or the cumbersome. So you can either have to tap it but be able to move and shoot it, or you could, have it cumbersome but still shoot it every round.
Sounds expensive. I'm going to go with a laser slingshot. Matt, what do you got?
Oh, get out of here.
Sorry, I need a sec.
Shut up.
That's fantastic, dude. You're my favorite person now. I would, just to see, not a specific weapon, but give an option to the melee units for like the Royal Guard and the Wookiees to have some sort of pierce on a melee weapon.
Yeah, I'd like to definitely
That's what
see
I would
as,
like.
as somebody who loves playing Wookiees. Give me
So
pierce,
make the force
please.
pikes like they're supposed to be?
I mean, what's supposed to mean?
Force pike Mark II.
Yeah.
All right, what's an underrated movie that you would recommend to someone who doesn't watch a ton of movies?
Ooh, that's a great one.
Go, Matt.
Well, give me a second. I mean,
Sure.
so I'm going in blind to these. You guys kind of read ahead, so.
So I've actually got 2
Okay.
that are both right there. One's a Dennis Quaid movie about the Bosnian Civil War in the 90s called Savior. Excellent movie. The second one is a movie called The Beast, which is a movie, American movie, but it's a movie about a Soviet tank crew in Afghanistan in the 80s, which is really good.
Nice.
The commander of this tank, the tank gets separated, and then so the tank gets separated, and the Mujahideen are all trying to knock the tank out. And the tank is commanded by this crusty old World War II vet. It's such a great movie. It's really good.
I like that movie when it was called Fury.
What's your pick?
The Hobbit animated movie from the 1970s.
That's not underrated.
It's
In
the best
our
movie of all
sphere?
time.
Okay, which would not make it underrated.
Well, I think it's the best movie of all time. No one else agrees with me. Therefore, they underrate it.
Okay, fine.
Matt?
Could be. So my action pick, I think, and this may be, I think a lot of people in our sphere probably have heard of this, but Equilibrium.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Fantastic movie.
Yeah.
I really like it. Matrix style gun action with Christian Bale. Great movie.
Anything with Christian Bale's a good movie. Really.
Yeah. The other one I really liked, Grand Budapest Hotel.
Oh yeah, love that movie.
I don't know if it's underrated, but maybe not got the attention. If you like Wes Anderson.
Yeah, Wes
flicks,
Anderson's kind of
it's great.
offbeat, so it's
Yeah.
like some people who have never heard of Wes Anderson. He's got a unique style of humor, but I think it's hilarious. Plus, Ray Fiennes in anything.
Oh,
that
yeah.
guy's great. All right, so those are all our questions from Shaunola. We've got some questions from a Space Viking.
Hey, what up, dude?
So yeah, what made? And I'll ask this question because
All right.
really this is John's answer. What made you guys decide to start making a Legion podcast?
Hey, you guys want to do a podcast?
Yeah, basically that's what it was.
Yeah, I got nothing better
Yeah.
going on.
No, it was basically I just moved here. I had met Matt. And I was looking for a shop to play 40K, and he was like, "Hey, we're doing this game coming out called Legion. It's like 40K but with Star Wars." I'm like, "Tell me more."
Was I really the first person that told you about it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, and then I had met Josh going to see The Last Jedi. That was the first time I'd gone to see a movie
And
here.
that
since
didn't
I'd
warn
moved
you?
here. Yeah. And then it was like you introduced me to Josh, and he's like, "Hey, this
Hey,
guy
you're
used to
getting
work in the
into
Air Force too."
another question.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
anyway, yada yada yada. We ended up just chatting and say, "Hey,
You probably should have
let's do it."
inverted these questions.
Yeah, well,
Probably. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Anyways,
That's where we all decided, hey, you know what? There's no podcast for this yet.
Right.
We have, Matt has all the tools that we need. Josh and I have a little bit of experience doing broadcast stuff.
a little bit,
Well,
tiny bit.
it's long time
Like
and less
33
quality
years of broadcast experience combined between the two of us.
in the Air Force, though.
Yeah.
So it's not
And
like
I'm here
we
too.
are.
It's radio's radio, bro.
Yeah, true.
It's not like we're doing Ken Burns documentaries here.
We're
Okay.
not. I was totally planning on doing a Ken Burns-esque Star Wars documentary.
For me,
My dearest Leia.
John, I was sitting at home. I had just moved in with my at the time girlfriend, putting together IKEA furniture phone buzzes, and it's John, who I'd been talking to a little bit, and about concerts and music and general nerd stuff, but not really like friends kind of thing.
Yeah.
And you're like, hey, you guys want to do a podcast? And I'm like, F it, sure. I miss radio. Radio's fun. I like radio. Let's do that. I'm like, yeah, sure, I'm in. Dude, let's do it.
So, Matt, what is one of the biggest challenges you deal with as a store owner?
Oh, wow.
Hygiene.
Honestly, that early on, seriously, it's kind of funny because there's a social contract.
Customer service.
Yes, because I am by nature so very non-confrontational, and
Right.
it took a lot of just getting sick of it finally to like, hey man, you really stink. You got to go home and shower. And mostly people are cool, but that was a big hurdle for me, and then all the money it took to open up this place, that was kind of a big one too.
Yeah. All right, next question. We have one from The Rock.
No. How
Sorry.
you
Oh,
guys
I'm sorry.
become
I thought we
friends?
addressed that. All right,
Yeah.
so that's
We're still waiting on that, I think.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I met Matt because he owns the store and I played X-Wing here.
Yeah.
And then one night we were sitting there waiting to play. You had just moved to town.
Yeah.
I was here playing X-Wing with my girlfriend, and we were getting ready to go over. We were just wrapping up X-Wing, getting ready to go over to watch the midnight showing of The Last Jedi, and Matt comes practically skipping, prancing into the back
As he
where
does.
we're playing
I
X-Wing.
mince a lot.
He
yeah.
was very excited. He's like, Josh, come here. And I'm like, what, dude? What do you want? And I see this 6'6" lumberjack standing in front of me. And Matt goes, he did the same job in the Air Force you did. And I'm like, you're a broadcaster? And we just started kind of talking about,
yeah. Which was, you were stationed with this person?
you were
Oh,
here?
cool.
Oh,
Yeah,
did
you were
you know
there.
this guy? Yeah, kind of like an instant, like,
As you do.
Thanks, Matt. Yeah.
And that's probably why I was excited, because we focused
Right.
so much on building community, and this was such an easy layup.
Right?
that,
Yeah. Well,
I want credit. Mark it.
There you go.
That's two. All right.
Thanks, Sean Bradley.
All right, take one down.
All right, so our good buddy The Rock, he had a couple questions for us. How do you all get away with being so damn sexy? As soon as I figure that out, I'll let you know. I don't think I'm that sexy, so yeah.
Oh, baby, you smolder. You stop that right
Well,
now.
I mean, Matt, it's because you made me shower.
Yeah, well, I mean, showering and genetics, I think, helps. So,
Which character from any part of Star Wars should be in Legion?
The mouse droid. Or Gonk droid. Gonk. Gonk.
What are they, Pokemon? They
Yes.
just say their own name?
what about the R5 droid?
Yeah. He's not very motivated.
What about the torture droid in Jabba's palace?
Ooh, EV-99?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Dude, don't even.
You okay?
Lobot. I mean, let's be real.
Lobot.
Yeah, Lobot would be
It's,
good.
it's obviously
Lobot.
Lobot.
Character.
We all know what Josh is.
Oh, yeah,
So
mutton
pass
chops.
Are
that.
you not going to give me credit for thank you?
Let's see here. Next question was from
Hey,
Sean.
I'm still
sorry.
answering this.
Oh, I thought you were.
Yeah, no, he didn't answer.
I want Greedo.
Okay, Greedo would be a cool one. I agree.
We need a scum faction.
Yeah, if we were in a scum
Yeah.
faction, he naturally would fit in there. Sean
No,
Ola.
really, we need a scum faction.
Sean Ola's got another question for us. Did any of you play the Star Wars CCG by Decipher or still do?
Whoa, jeez, no.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't play card games unless it's
I
for
didn't
money.
have money back then, and Magic was all I played really in the 90s, so...
Yeah, I didn't. Sorry.
I played the LCG a little bit, and I played Destiny a lot when it first came out, and then imploded.
Yeah.
But
Ali Kai has a question. Matt, what besides a love of gaming got you to open a game store?
ooh,
A love
Wow.
of money.
well, yeah, I love of not having to work for anybody. Well, actually, it was kind of a confluence of events. We were just coming back. The wife was retiring. She did her last tour in England. It was our last base at Lakenheath. And I was a GS employee at the hospital then. We were looking to retire to come back to the States. And I was like, well, I know people in Vegas since I was working here at Nellis in the reserves. And I was probably planning to go back to the reserves, but my buddy Josh was like, hey, what if we
Not
open...
me.
No, yes, sorry, Josh Galloway. It was like, what if we open a game store? I've been running Magic on this side of town, and I kind of want to do that. And you could do like the board games and tabletop stuff, and I'll do Magic. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, that actually sounds perfect. So I don't have to go back and find another job or lose 20 pounds for a PT test to get back in the reserves. So that's kind of what it was. I kind of fell into it, and it's been great. I do have a little bit of a background with retail. My dad was always a small business owner, so I learned a little bit from him growing up. But this has been great. I've been enjoying it, and just one of those things that great to test yourself against, see if you have what it takes to, start a business.
Well, we appreciate you providing us a place
thanks,
to do all this.
At John, what primer method and what sealer do you usually use?
It all depends on the particular model, what color the majority of the model is going to be. In general, I like to use Vallejo spray-on airbrush primer. Usually do a black undercoat and then do a zenithal highlight of a light gray or white. And
for sealer, I suggest carbonite.
I really like the Army Painter anti-shine matte varnish. That's usually one I go with. Unless you really want like a gloss finish. There are some good gloss varnishes too. There's a Vallejo airbrush one that I use sometimes.
Does a thick ass layer of Nuln oil count?
No.
Basically, I mean, it's a protective layers of mud,
I've been doing it wrong then, apparently.
Let's see. Josh, last question for you. Is there any character or unit that they could release that would make you want to play Rebels?
No.
Yes, Callus as a rebel.
No, and dropping all of the anti-rebel terrorism rhetoric, man, I barely got time to paint and play one faction.
Yeah.
So the answer is no, but that's more because it's a budget question, both in time and funds. I just don't have time to play more than one faction, and I've put so much into playing Empire and collecting that, and I'm not gonna switch midstream.
That's fair, and it gives me opportunity to be antagonistic to you.
Yeah, and it works for the shtick for the show. So best of both worlds.
All right, so we got a question here from our good buddy Caps Fan 34.
Oh, what hockey-related question did he have?
So first question for all three of us. What was the game that got you into gaming in general?
Oh.
Hopscotch.
Yeah, I mean, how broad do we want to go with that? Do we mean tabletop gaming or like...
My mom used to play Airplane with me when I didn't want to eat my baby food.
Yeah, Airplane.
I mean, the game that got me into gaming, I mean, I've always loved video games. I was 8 or 9 when the Nintendo Entertainment System came out. I had always even played Atari 2600. If you remember the Star Wars game on the Atari 2600.
It was at the one with the land speeder?
Where you had to, what's that?
It was at the land speeder one where you're blowing up the ATs?
Oh, no. There's the air
one.
Speeder one. That was the Empire Strikes Back.
Oh, yeah.
The first Star Wars game on Atari 2600, it was all wireframe.
Yeah, it was the wireframe one.
And you had to,
I didn't know that was on
2600. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, they dumbed it down a little bit for the 2600. There was an arcade version.
Because, I remember the arcade.
But yeah,
you weren't born. I just want to rub that out.
I wasn't. I have no idea any of these things you're talking about.
Video games have been a part of my life forever, so I can't really say what it was. I don't know.
What about you, John?
I didn't have a video game system until the Nintendo 64 when I was like 13 years old.
You rube.
Yeah,
well, I mean, it was Wisconsin,
yeah.
So
yeah, honestly, I would probably have to say Magic the Gathering when I was like 8 or 9, like when Ice Age first came out, I think it was.
Ooh, strong.
And then I played for maybe 2 years and sold it and never looked back at it. And then D&D, I think, was probably the one after that.
Yeah. So I'm kind of an amalgam of these two guys. So started with the Atari when I was 5. Played D&D in middle school, and then various like board games like Talisman and BattleTech and whatnot. The thing that got me into like the hobby tabletop game was 40K though, and basically once again life falling into my lap. A friend saying, "I need somebody to play against. We're in freaking Altus, Oklahoma, so I'm going to teach you how to play this game." I was like, "Cool, I got nothing else going on."
Nothing else to do out there but count corn stalks and tornadoes.
Cotton. We had cotton out in Altus.
Special question for Josh. Who's your favorite all-time hockey player ever, and why is it Tom Wilson?
Piss off.
That was me. I added that, not Caps fan.
Okay.
So this is going to be a really weird flex, but
Me. I'm my own favorite hockey player.
right? No. So I grew up a Detroit Red Wings fan. And playing some of the older teams. You had the Winnipeg Jets back when they were still in Winnipeg.
Yeah.
Before they became the Phoenix, now Arizona Coyotes. And for whatever reason, they had a goalie that I thought was a lot of fun to watch. Nikolai Hobbybullin is like my all-time favorite player. It was just it was at the time, mid-90s, it was odd to see a Russian goalie. Like, you didn't see a lot.
In the mid-90s?
Yeah.
It's just fun to say Hobbybullin.
Yeah. Hobbybullin. And I think
Can
what
you
it
still
was,
spell it?
Khabib.
Yeah, you're good enough, yeah. Just want to see if you got the K before the H.
Yeah. But I think it was SportsCenter. I think, I watched a lot of SportsCenter growing up. He was always on, top 10. They were always Hobbybullin, like, yeah. So I just kind of got an affinity for him, and then I just kind of followed him. I was sad to see him go to Arizona. But my mom, I joined the Air Force. My mom lived in Phoenix.
I think we got our answer.
Yeah, so
That's very nice. Thank you,
there
Josh.
you go.
All right, well,
Stanley Cup and Olympic gold medalist Nikolai Hobbybullin.
nice.
Yeah.
I would have to say, even though the question was not put to
So
me.
nobody cares about your opinion, John. Next question.
Steve Garvey.
Ouch. Okay. Never
No.
mind
No,
then.
what is it?
Patrick Marleau. Because I was a longtime Sharks fan before moving here, and Patrick
Half a
Marleau
beat, I
was my
thought you were going
dude.
to say Patrick Waugh, and we were going
No,
to fight. We were legitimately about to fight.
You want to fight with a Patrick Waugh fan though? Let's be real.
As long as hey, I grew up a Red Wings fan. Mike Vernon and Chris Osgood kicked his ass. Okay.
Hey, you want a Tilly, bro? We'll have a Donnybrook. Let's go. All right, and then the last question. Oh, no,
That's not the last question.
No, sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
All right, so who's the lady that voices the start, advert, and end of the podcast? That's actually Josh that did that.
When he takes off his shot collar, it actually shoots up an octave or two.
Yeah. No, that is my now fiance.
And she has a lovely voice. She really
does have a lovely voice.
She's a lovely person in general.
she is.
She's easy on the eyes, too.
Yeah, she is.
What unit do you least like playing against?
John. He is an
Absolute unit, yeah.
and I don't like playing against him. He's the one player that is here locally that I still have not beaten.
Never?
Never.
Really?
Wow.
Never.
You and Matt's beat me.
Yeah.
We don't play much though.
That's true. Yeah, we'll have to work that out sometime. You'll beat me eventually. I would say the unit I like least playing against, bikes.
Really?
Yeah.
I got an easy answer.
What's that?
Snipers.
Yeah,
Yeah, snipers are no fun.
Yeah.
They're just like lose a guy.
After
Who's the guy?
still coming down off of that Royal Guard
Oh,
nonsense, snipers still. I hold a special place in my colon for them.
I feel like
Right through the pants.
right. Sean Ola's got another question for us. Who is the best athlete in the group?
Matt.
Yeah.
Definitely
yeah,
Matt.
Definitely, yeah.
He's
When's the last time you played something sports ball?
I don't know, like very recently,
Yeah.
probably.
I
Oh,
think-
that's true.
I think
Oh, there
John
you were in a soccer league. There
I was
for a
I was
while,
playing
yeah.
competitively in a soccer league like a couple months ago.
Yeah, definitely. John has edged us both out just by a little bit.
So I'm the youngest though too.
Yeah,
so
I was
that-
pretty good when I was in my prime.
I was gonna say
not
when
bad.
you and I both when we were in our mid-20s, maybe it could have been a good matchup.
I played a lot of intramural sports in the Air Force.
Oh, yeah, I did too.
softball, football, soccer, basketball. I'm not bad.
What's your best sport?
Probably soccer.
Ooh, so much running.
What's your best sport, Matt?
Oh man, Air Force, ultimate frisbee, obviously.
Dude,
Ultimate frisbee too.
no joke.
Yes,
I am
yes.
a ridiculously good ultimate frisbee player.
I'm also tall, so yeah,
Yeah.
I get it.
If you're tall
I
and
was-
fast and can get under
I was known as Monstro on the field back in my heyday.
So for anybody who hasn't actually like met the three of us, I'm 6'6". Matt, you're about 6'4", 6'3"?
6'3", yeah.
Okay, so yeah, like neither of us are very short individuals.
I'm a paltry 5'10".
You're
I'm
still
average.
But you
higher
wear
than
lifts,
average.
so
Who would win at Jeopardy? See, I feel like
This we might actually have to come to blows.
we
on.
need to settle this.
We need
one
to have
sometime.
we need to just go to a bar trivia night.
Yeah,
and
for
just,
sure.
Just
Because
rake.
me and John were talking about this. We both like trivia quite a bit, and then you actually go to pub trivia nights. We're like, why don't we do that?
Exactly.
So we're gonna have to. The jury's out on this one.
We had a great name. What
was your name?
Because they're always supposed to be fun, right?
Yeah,
yeah. Millions of impeachments for me.
Impeachments for free?
Yeah, that too. The winner, though,
From a can.
I mean, it was Monday night. That was the day that Luke Perry. Luke Perry, sorry.
Sideshow
Matthew Perry
Luke
can
Perry.
go too, but Luke Perry passed away. So the winning name that night was Dylan Has a New Address.
Oh,
Yeah.
Dang.
Wow. Yeah.
Let's see. So then the last one, if the podcast police forces you to add a celebrity co-host, who is it? Well, so would that have to be somebody who has like an intense amount of Star Wars knowledge, or just somebody who would be a lot of fun to hang out with?
Yeah, like Ryan Reynolds would be great.
Yes, yeah. Ryan Reynolds is definitely.
I think
up
Ryan
there.
Reynolds
Oh
would be
man,
great.
I got so many.
Boy, and you want to hear we add Ryan Reynolds to the group. wait to hear Nova's voice then, because that's her celebrity crush.
That'll drop 3 octaves.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah.
Who would yours be, Matt?
I'm torn between like Nathan Fillion, Mark Hamill. I think would be a hoot.
Mark Hamill would be fun. Yeah.
Yeah, Alan
He's gotten
Tudyk.
really bitter.
I mean,
He's got real crotchety.
you work with us, so I mean,
Yeah, there's only room for one crotchety on this show.
okay. Well, it's been nice knowing
and
you,
we're all
buddy.
full here.
We've got Mark Hamill coming on board. You understand?
I like Ryan Reynolds. I think that'd be a good
Yeah,
one.
that's a great one.
Yeah.
He's funny.
All right.
Last question. Yeah.
Dude, no, we should get Jimmy Fallon.
No.
Why?
Oh, we'd have our own laugh track. It'd be great.
I mean, if we're getting comedians and stuff like that, like I would rather get like Justin Timberlake or like any one of the Lonely Island guys.
I was joking.
Oh no, Jermaine and Britt from Flight of the Conchords.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun.
Like
yeah.
that would be hilarious. I would love to have those guys on. All right, last question. The 1-year mark since Legion release is right around the corner. How do you feel about where the game is currently at? Most memorable moment from the game, and what most excites you as we moved into Legion's second year?
So
I'm sorry, that's 3 questions. Disqualified.
Yeah.
It was 1 paragraph, so.
Sure. Games in a great place.
Let's each answer one of those questions. How about that?
Okay.
Okay, you go. I'll take the middle one.
Okay, so I'll take the first one. What do I think about where the game's currently at? Full disclosure, I'm absolutely 100% dedicated to this game right now.
Yeah.
And it waned a little bit in the middle parts of last year. I think I was getting tired of seeing the same units on the board all the time. I was dabbling a little bit more in a few other games. I think right now where the game is at is perfect. I think once we get the rest of this wave, the first generation of games up until the Clone Wars stuff comes out, I think we are seeing a well-balanced, competitive, fun game that lends itself to good competitive atmosphere, good narrative stuff, just overall.
Let me say, your buy-in has been like admirable. You've been getting green games in like crazy since LVO.
I
When
have,
he says
yeah.
buy-in from a store owner perspective, he appreciates your money.
Yeah, that too.
That's really what he's saying. Yeah.
But even from the
I didn't open a
community-
game store to get rich.
even from the community we've seen here, we've had a good number of people who are store regulars, because we do a lot other games besides just Legion here. There's a lot of Magic players, a lot of 40K AOS. We've had a lot of guys who are players of other games who've been kind of peeking over recently, like, hey, what you guys
LVO's
playing
kind of
now?
kicked it in the pants.
Yeah.
And now that, at least here locally, that we're past the X-Wing hyperspace qualifier, I think some of those X-Wing players are maybe taking a peek again. And I kind of wonder, just talking to folks, how sold people are on 2.0.
Yeah.
Because we had a lot of X-Wing players when Legion first launched, and then the 2.0 announcement came out, and then the game came out, and that kind of sucked them back over towards X-Wing. But talking to folks are kind of like, meh.
Yeah, I think just the pace of things have been coming out, and the exciting new units, the way they've been promoting it. I think it's an A+. I think they've knocked it out of the park so far.
What was the next question?
As far as favorite moment in the game, it's an amalgamation of many moments, but I always seem to get one single trooper left in a stormtrooper squad who then becomes
Sergeant Steve. Yeah.
Trooper Steve. And for whatever reason, Trooper Steve ends up doing amazing feats of heroism.
Oh,
that like
all the saves.
Yeah. All the saves, like
beating down Wookiee warriors.
Right.
Yeah.
right. like desperation move. So I move Trooper Steve into base to base with Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Boba Fett's like, all right, I'm gonna boot spike you. 2 crits, 2 saves. Piss off, Boba Fett. And then turns around his activation and then, punches him in the face and gets the damage through. It's like, Trooper Steve. I could get shot off the entire board, and as long as Trooper Steve does Trooper Steve things, I've had a good day. I'm happy.
For sure. I'm with you there.
All right, Matt.
What's the last one?
Going into year 2, what are you looking forward to?
Oh, I mean, the new factions, obviously. That is the new units coming out, but the factions are really what's going to blow this game wide open, I think, with an influx of new players, reinvigorating some of the ones that maybe didn't find quite what they were looking for in a play style with the 2 current armies, even though that's broadening rapidly with new commanders. But yeah, it's going to mean so much, and I really hope that they're going to keep pushing that frontier.
I talk to so many people that they're like, man, Legion looks cool, dude. I'm like, dude, when are you getting in? Like, come on, man, let's go. Water's fine, let's go. And
it's
like,
funny.
And they're all like, Clone Wars, man. Clone Wars. Clone Wars is going to supercharge this game. There are so many people right now that are just keeping their powder dry, waiting for Clone Wars to drop.
So what I've found is those people, if you can run them through a demo, like John did this for one of the guys down here. I mean, he's pretty easy. He jumps in a lot of games.
Yeah.
But somebody else just watching the game, a friend of his, is like, okay, that actually looks pretty cool. And now he's buying in. So the people that are even on the fence, like saying, waiting for Clone Wars, if they get a demo in, I find that's enough to get them to just jump straight in, pick Rebels or Imperials.
And what I'm wondering, just talking about how 2.0 kind of sucked some of the momentum away from Legion. Where 2.0 is at right now, when Clone Wars drops, if we see the inverse, if we start pulling some of those. We start pulling some of those X-Wing players back over into Legion for good.
I hope we do.
I do too.
And nothing against X-Wing, but the more people we have playing, the better.
But maybe you got real ugly.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to
quote Ash Williams.
We've got we're doing the operation this weekend. Actually, John's going to be running it for us. You going to make it, Josh?
Nah, probably. Sorry.
And as I mentioned, I'll be out of town. But we got a couple of guys coming down from Utah to play too. So
nice.
Yeah, grow the community.
St. George?
Yep, St. George.
So and we got a couple guys who I'm running through another game with Joe on Sunday.
Oh, cool.
So we've got a lot of new faces, and I think we're in a really good place with it.
Yeah.
Last thing, what faction are you going to play from the new Clone Wars?
Empire. Did you not hear?
So Republic, got it. Okay.
Did you not hear the first answer with the Rebels? That doesn't change, man.
So you're only playing Empire? You're not going to get any of the
Let's mark it now, and we'll revisit in a year.
Well,
I told you, dude. I told you. I am not prequel fan. I pretty much disavow everything. Clone Wars was a great show. Sure. Never watched it. Don't care to. Tainted.
Okay, shot color on.
They're so cool.
I just don't have the love of the Clone Wars period because it's so tied to the garbage that was the prequels.
Okay,
sorry.
Fine. Matt.
Yeah.
Which of those factions are you going to play?
Oh, clones all the way, baby.
Okay. I gotta have to get some droids then.
Yeah.
Roger.
Split that. I'm sure soon to be announced 2-player starter.
Yeah, and I'm sure I'm probably gonna be painting both halves, right?
Yay!
Yeah. That's what I figured.
I need you to do a T-47 for me, by the way.
I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I really hope they take the Republic and kind of parse it out into 2 factions. I would love to see a Jedi faction that plays like Grey Knights, and then a clone faction that plays. You can have a Jedi as your commanders there, but then for the Jedi, just have units of like Jedi acolytes or whatever, younglings.
I would rather see them be one faction and have different ways of playing them.
Mm-hmm.
Have like Commander Cody be one of the commanders you could take, or have
I guess
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
That's the same thing.
Yeah.
If you have Jedi warriors as core troops, but they're just like kind of trash Jedi.
I don't think you'll see Jedi warriors as clone troops or as core troops. I think you'll see clone troopers as core. I think you're going to see only named Jedi as commanders, maybe a generic Jedi operative.
See, I would just it would be so cool to see an all Jedi army. However, you got to bend the rules. Oh, because think about like the first part of the arena battle on Geonosis.
That was like literally every Jedi they could round up.
Sure, why not?
They're not like trucking around the battlefield. All right, Jedi Death Squad, go! And jumping out of transports. But
all right, we're going super long in this episode today. So,
sorry, real quick, we just got a few Patreon things to
do.
What do we got some new Outriders joining. Please do get on the Discord if you're able to. But Jason McDonald, Gabriel N. Castro, and Cornwolf. Cornwolf already joined.
Yeah, Cornwolf
and then
joined.
at the Imperial level, we have Peter Culas Dominguez. So thanks, guys.
Awesome.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you, guys.
And please, if you're having Discord issues, email Matt.
Yeah, no, that's fine. It seems like it's
just email
such
Matt
a hassle.
because he's our Discord guru, and I don't say that to be mean or anything, but I seem to get a lot of questions. People are like, "Hey, man, how?"
Well, that's what
Discord
happens
help?
when you're the most active on the Facebooks.
I don't know.
But yeah, see me if you have any problems with that. Otherwise, the T-shirts are up. We've sold a couple already for when they come out next week, I think, and we'll start sending them out. But thanks, guys, that have been getting the T-shirts.
Yeah, thank you.
www.power9games.com.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for listening this week. We will be back next week with more Legion goodness.
You've been listening to the Legion Outriders podcast, a member of the Radio Free Tatooine Network.
Only now, at the end, do you understand?
For more from the Outriders, make sure you like us on Twitter @Legion Outriders, subscribe to our Facebook page at facebook.com/Legion Outriders, and make sure you like and subscribe to the podcast. Thanks for listening.
You're all clear, kid. Now let's blow this thing and go home.